In 2022, China will hold the Winter Olympics. Australia-Tibet Council is part of a global alliance calling for governments to boycott the Beijing Olympics. Why? Because the Chinese government is committing genocide against the Uyghur people, persecuting Tibetans, and locking up Hong Kong democracy activists. We must not be complicit in sports washing. We must not give tacit support while genocide is being carried out. We must say no Beijing 2022.
The Uyghur people are being held in concentration camps, forcibly sterilized, subjected to forced labor, torture, rape, and sexual violence, and many other examples of abuse. There are now comprehensive legal analysis and opinions making a compelling case that the Chinese government is committing genocide against the Uyghur people.
This cannot be ignored. There must be a red line that will compel governments around the world to act. The genocide against the Uyghur people must be that red line. China has been illegally occupying Tibet since 1950 and committing gross human rights abuses. Freedom House ranks Tibet as the least free place in the world, tied with Syria. Tibetans face intense surveillance, intrusion, and intimidation in their daily lives. There are estimated to be more than 1,000 political prisoners detained in Tibet. Arrests, disappearance, and torture are common means of suppressing dissent.
In the past 6 months, several Tibetan political prisoners have been killed in custody. A young Tibetan mother of 3 was killed while in prison, arrested for simply contacting her family outside of Tibet.
In January, Tenzin Nyima, a 19-year-old monk, died from injuries inflicted on him in Chinese custody. In February, Kuncho Jimpa, a Tibetan tour guide, convicted of leaking state secrets and sentenced to 21 years, died of a brain hemorrhage while in custody. Many Tibetans are being arbitrarily held, such as writer Lobsang Lundrup, environmental activist Anya Sengtra, and singer Lundrup Trakpa. This cannot be ignored. China has imposed national security laws which are used to punish voices of dissent.
Hong Kongers are being rounded up and sentenced for simply standing up for freedoms and democracy. Brave young people such as Joshua Wong and other young leaders are currently serving prison sentences for peacefully protesting against Chinese authoritarianism.
It is time to send a message. We will stand against genocide. We will stand for human rights. We will say no Beijing 2022. Australia-Tibet Council is calling on the Australian government to work with its allies at the upcoming G20 Summit and to commit to a diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics.